Welcome everyone, this is Pineleaf Needles, and today we are starting a new series, Piney Plays the Arcane Trickster, where I'll be playing the latest of the archetypes here in the Dungeons & Dragons Online. Now, this archetype is available for free if you talk to the Giver of
You
Gifts.
wish all these bones were a little cleaner. The air reeks of rotting meat.
If you talk to the Giver of Gifts at the Anniversary Island for the 20th anniversary of Dungeons & Dragons Online, before the end of March, you will be able to unlock the Arcane Trickster without charge. After that time, you would have to probably pay DDO points in order to unlock the ability. I can't remember whether or not it'll be available free to VIPs or not. That's always another possibility. I believe it will be, but just in case you're not always going to be VIP after that, it might still be a good idea to talk to the Giver of Gifts and unlock it. Now, the Giver of Gifts is an islet, so it looks like a disembodied eye, and that's who you talk to. And I am sure that whoever decided on the name and the shape was thinking of Sauron in some way or the other at the time, or at least a representation you often see in various depictions of. Since Tolkien did refer to him as as the Eye of Sauron and all that stuff. So some people represent it as a literal eye, and the islet is definitely in that section to it. And Sauron called himself the Giver of Gifts when he was creating the Rings of Power. Alright, so we'll go continue along on there. But anyway, we are in the den of the Kobold Brothers to see how we can do with the Arcane Trickster. As seen in here. Now, I am at second level right now. Now, we do not actually get any true spells with this class until we are third level.
Troglodyte. It must be a hired henchman. And where there's one trog.
Though I do have this spell-like ability called, let's see, let me get the name instead of in a moment. So I do have a spell-like ability here called Mage Hand Eye Poke. There are several types of Mage Hands that you can get in this. This is obviously the first of them that you have is Eye Poke. You can gain it when you're level 1 if you start to put your enhancement points into that tree very, very early on. And if they fail their save, then they're blinded. You still take 1d6 poke damage plus whatever your sneak is. Now, the Arcane Trickster is a rogue, so it's a variation of the rogue class with a little bit of magic thrown in. Now, I don't have all that much experience playing rogues, so I don't know exactly how well I'll do it or how well I will enjoy this particular variant. Let's see, I'm just seeing if I could avoid using my good weapons against that mob there. I don't use bows all that much on the rogue, probably. Or at least that's going to be my guess. As I said, I don't have that much experience on the rogue.
Floors, walls, and ceiling drip with ooze. It quivers as you approach, perhaps in anticipation.
But oozes are definitely something I will prefer to spend a little ammunition to avoid fouling up my good weapons. Now, if I had a weapon, I guess that's not affected all that much by hitting oozes, then maybe I'll just go on ahead and use them. Right now I have mainly rapiers in here. Ooh. Well, probably shouldn't go around using my ammunition on barrels unless I really need to. So this it looks like a place where you might put one of these. At least now for a change, I have someone who has a good search skill. I've been playing a lot of characters recently that don't. Like my dragon disciples who have a lot of trouble finding anything. Well, I guess if I have detect secret doors, I'm able to do so. But unless I have something like that active, I have a lot of trouble seeing things. So that's one of the nice advantages of the rogue. But usually when I play a character which is able to find secret doors and open locks and all that stuff, I am playing an artificer rather than a rogue. So most likely, I think that this is going to be an archetype that'll probably be the main one I do when I play rogue, but it probably wouldn't be one that'll jump to it first. Ooh, plus one nullified 34 quarterstaff of spell penetration. Now, I don't know about using the quarterstaff because right now the quarterstaff is a pretty poor weapon for me. I was thinking of perhaps doing something with the Thief Acrobat line on top of this, but I'd probably be spending all my points in Arcane Trickster, so I don't think I'll be able to actually do that.
The room could only belong to one of the Kobold brothers you've heard so many secrets about.
Okay, let's see. Oops. Oopsie daisy.
The first of the Kobold chieftain brothers has been slain.
Okay, good. Got you down, and you down. Ooh, chest. Done. Alright, so now I just need to kill the second brother while the first is away. So the first is dead, so the first is permanently away. Now, I've never known the two to be together, so I have absolutely no idea if it's possible for them not to be away. There's also another troglodyte henchman. I'm not even too sure I've ever found the second henchman. Now that I'm on a rogue, though, maybe I actually have a chance.
The rear section of the sewer has been opened.
And I guess one place to look is the rear section of the sewer. Though if I rarely find both troglodytes, I'm suspecting the rear section of the sewer is not where I'm going to be finding him. Now, the interesting thing about the rear section of the sewers is that this one opens the door nearer to the other brother, and the one in the other brother's room opens up this one. Just in case you wanted to go around, confusing people, or maybe it's the brothers wanted to make sure that they both agreed to opening up the rear of the sewers before they went around and did it. Alright, nothing around here. But anyway, if we look at my enhancements, so far I have Trained in Trickery. You gain plus 5 universal spell power, plus 2% double strike, and 2% double shot per Arcane Trickster core ability that you possess. So now here's the eye poke we get there. Here we have Magic Fingers, plus 1 to open lock, disable device, and concentration. That's nice. And here we have Keep It Flexible. So you get minus 5% per stage you have, and I have 2 stages. There's minus 10% arcane spell failure. Now, currently I'm wearing leather armor. And leather armor has a 10% arcane reduction, so therefore spell failure is now 0%, reduced from 10%. So when I do get spells, I'm not going to have to worry about my spells failing. So I believe I can also wear a chain shirt if I wanted an extra +1 to my armor value, in which case I'll need to push that up to minus 15% of it, I guess, if I want to be able to properly do
room
that.
stinks a little less than the rest of this foul place. This probably marks it as the lair of a prince among kobolds.
Prince amongst kobolds. I was trying to think. A count amongst kobolds? I mean, I think King might be pushing it.
The second of the kobold chieftain brothers has been slain.
Oh, okay. Anything useful in here? Axiomatic sword. Divine small candles. Actually, it probably needs the wizard type ingredient, the grains of sand. But I did see some of that pop into my inventory. I don't know whether it's something I found or it's something that you start with, because you'll be eventually casting arcane spells, so they decided to give you a spellcasting component when you started, along with, of course, the usual lockpicks that you get when you play a rogue. Okay, now let's go to that back section and also find out if I can find... I mean, I'm on a rogue right now. If any class is going to be able to find that second troglodyte, I would think it would be a rogue. Let's see here. Now this has danger all about it. I don't see anything useful here, so I don't know. If I had the hand that allows you to reach in and manipulate traps, I might use that. Okay. Not going to be able to throw very well if you're blind. Okay, there you go. Good. Back and forth. Let's take care of the warriors here. I think that is a shrine. We might as well double check on that. We do have these. Yeah, okay, you go to there. Oh, you made your save. Alright, well. Well, now, let's go and double check the spot right here. Door is locked. Well, one advantage of being a rogue is that the word locked rarely means anything.
You smell that unmistakable
it is
odor
the other
of another
troglodyte.
But this one seems stronger than the others. The troglodyte shaman has been slain.
Oh, it's not one of the two troglodytes I sought. It was a completely different troglodyte. Don't ask me how you have a quarterstaff of tendon slicing. It doesn't make too much sense, but whatever. Here we go. Now, where's the third troglodyte? There is one possibility as to the location of the third troglodyte. And there's a little section up this way that seems not to be filled in on the map right here. Oh. Oh, no, we have Well, it makes it look like that there's a secret door or something like here, but no, there isn't. I guess it's a fake secret door just to hold on. It might be that you have to mash all these things. Aha! Yeah, that's right. Memories come back. Now, what did that open up? Someplace somewhere must have opened. I mean, why go through the effort? I know, just to trick people like me who are looking for that last little place. How about this way? Because it doesn't look like anything's happening here. But we have this little place right here. Is there a possibility that something is... Well, it was a thought. Sometimes I think that the game is toying with me and saying, oh, here it is, here it is. No, no, not here, not here. You're getting warm, you're getting close. And while in fact there isn't a third troglodyte anywhere, because I just can't remember the last time I've actually found it. I mean, look at this place right here. This place is begging to have a secret door behind it. Why have steps leading up here and then end with this blockade? No idea. I think sometimes the designers of the dungeons are just trying to drive you crazy. Obviously, it won't be back here because this is the beginning of the dungeon. Here are a couple of places I haven't checked out yet. Turn this one. Turn this one. Leave no wheel unturned. I suppose that's... Now, there was that point where I was talking about an area that's trapped and avoided that trapped area. Could that really be where the troglodyte is? I mean, if you were a troglodyte staying at a location filled with kobolds, would you? See, Now this does not look like a place where... Right, this is where one of the brothers is located. Oh no, actually this was the first troglodyte. Right? Well, somebody was here. Now that was the lever that I had pulled. So where is this lever?
A faint vibration passes through the floor.
Okay. A faint vibration passes through the floor. Oh! Is that where you've been hiding?
Troglodyte henchmen have been slain.
Alright. Troglodytes are sneaky. Well, that's it for our little dance with the two brothers plus 3 troglodytes. Now, with that gives a little hint as to what you can do with the with the Arcane Trickster. What I'm going to do is, when I reach level 3, we're going to have another look to see what we can do when we first actually get some real spells and see if how we work once we have that. And that's what we'll do in the next episode of Piney Plays the Arcane Trickster.